So in this connection, let me share a few quotes from Srila Prabhupada. So we, many of us, or most of us, who are most of us his grandchildren or children in some cases even, or somehow we have been connected with this great ambassador of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So we can see how he himself is validating, and not only himself for sure, but he's validating the role of emotions repeatedly, and even in ways that you may be surprised. So let me try to share a few quotes from his purports to the Bhagavad. Let's go to the first one, third canto, chapter 15, verse 31. He says like this: depending on our level of spiritual advancement or consciousness, we can control emotions, but we should not deny them. Anger will continue even in the liberated stage. So again, we go back to the idea anger is not something bad. If it's in a liberated stage, there's place for anger. I mean, you pay attention in the Leela, there is anger. Radha gets angry at Krishna, for sure. and so many other forms of that. So of course that's the Leela. We are not imitating, but we see there is place for all these emotions, even in the Leela, even in its highest way. So it's not that there's place there, but here is not place at all. There's place also here. So Prabhupada is making that clear. And he's making this important point. Depending on your level of advancement, you may be able to control emotions, but we should not deny them. He makes this difference. The emotion comes, I'm not denying it, and I may be able to control it, which means to not be overcome by that, to express it in a healthy way, or in some cases I may be overcome by that. But maybe in some cases it's better to acknowledge the emotion and be overcome than to deny the emotion altogether. Because maybe you acknowledge that, you try to deal with that, okay, you lost the battle, but at least you acknowledge the emotion. Next time you may be able to win the battle, but if you deny all emotion from the beginning, you lost the whole battle even without fighting it. So Prabhupada makes this important point. You may be able to deal with emotions perfectly, but you never should deny them. And anger can even be in a liberated stage. So what to speak as a sadhaka, that's the point. If it's even there, cultivate intimacy with them. Don't be at war with your emotions. Let's go with the second quote that he shares in 4th canto, 10th chapter, 4th verse, purport to that. Same point, basically. He says, Dhruva Maharaj is becoming angry, overwhelmed with grief, and envious of the enemies, was not incompatible with his position as a great devotee. It is a misunderstanding that a devotee should not be angry, envious, or overwhelmed by lamentation. So this was the same point, even made more extreme in one sense, but making the same idea. No, it's a misunderstanding that one should not experience emotions. And the point is, what do we do with those emotions? That's the main point, and Prabhupada is validating this over and over again. Of course, we cannot compare ourselves with Dhruva Maharaj. There is a difference between the anger in the Leela again, or liberated souls, and the anger of sadhaka, but both are anger. That's the point. That's an emotion. Both are an emotion. There is one interesting example in this connection in the story of Jada Bharat, who was Bharat Maharaj, then the deer, and then in the third lifetime, Jada Bharat, this Abadut, topmost devotee. And Sukadev Goswami, this is in 5th canto, chapter 13, verse 24, Sukadev Goswami says to Parikshit Maharaj in this connection, when Rahugan, the king, was insulting Jada Bharat, because Jada Bharat was taking the palanquin but trying not to step on the ants, so the palanquin was not moving very fixed. So Rahugan didn't like that crooked journey, so he started to insult Jada Bharat. So Sukadev Goswami tells Parikshit, there were some waves of dissatisfaction in the mind of Jada Bharat due to his being insulted by King Rahugana, who made him carry his palanquin. But Jada Bharat neglected this, and his heart again became calm and quiet like an ocean. So neglected doesn't mean denied, but was not overcome by that. But he felt the emotional way of dissatisfaction, and Jadavara is the topmost devotee. But he was insulted, and he felt some emotion because of that insulting, but he was able to not be overcome by that.